Shalom Temple Israel. I hope you're having a good week. This Shabbat is one of the Shabbatot on the Jewish calendar that has its own special name. It's called Shabbat Shirah, or the Shabbat of Song. And the Shabbat gets this name because of the Torah reading, Parshat Beshalach, where we read about the Israelites who've just escaped from slavery in Egypt. And right after they leave, Pharaoh changes his mind and decides to summon his army and chase the departing Israelites. And he catches them on the banks of the Red Sea, and it looks like they are about to meet their end when Moses reaches his arms out over the water, and God causes the water to split, and the Israelites cross through on dry land. As the Egyptians follow them in, the walls of water come crashing back down, and the mighty Egyptian army is drowned. The Israelites turn around and they see that they're no longer being chased by the Egyptians. And now, finally, they feel safe. For the first time in hundreds of years, they know they don't have to be scared of Pharaoh and the Egyptians. And so they react in the most natural way imaginable. They celebrate. And to celebrate, they sing. And we read in the Torah that Moses and his sister Miriam lead the entire nation in a great song. And that song, often called the Song of Moses, is recorded in the Torah, and we chant it as part of the Torah reading this Saturday. And there's a special melody that's used for it, which we will teach about on Shabbat morning. And because of this Torah reading, this Shabbat has that special name, Shabbat Shira, the Shabbat of Song, and it's a Shabbat on which we focus on our relationship with song and with music. How do we use song and music as part of our religious, our ritual lives in the synagogue, and how does music affect us in our everyday lives? I'll tell you that I'm really not such a musical person. Growing up, there was no music that really spoke to me that I was interested in, but that changed when I started to learn how to lead services, actually. When I was challenged by my dad to learn how to lead high holiday services for the first time, to serve as the Baal Shacharit of our synagogue. And I was listening to some recordings of the service, of the music, and looking at the musical notes and trying to sing them, and it was okay, but it didn't sound right to me. And so I started listening to old records of famous cantors singing parts of the service, records that were made in the first part of the 20th century. And all of a sudden, I was listening to these texts that I knew so well from the Siddur, chanted by these cantors a long time ago, and the music just reached me. It just touched me in a way that music, and really that prayer, had not done before. And this became an interest of mine, chazanut, or chazanis in Ashkenazic or Yiddish Hebrew. So there aren't so many people who listen to old Eastern European chazanis at this point, but if you're one of them, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Anyway, let's fast forward to a few more years. Last year, in fact, when I'm looking at different congregations. And one of the things that drew me to Temple Israel was the commitment that Temple Israel had made to having a beautiful Shabbat service, that our Kabbalat Shabbat and our Shabbat morning services should be highlights of the week for the congregation. And a big part of that is the music that we use, the music that our cantor Shira Lissick sings and teaches us. And really, it's even through all of this pandemic, it's been a highlight of my time here so far, each week to lead a musically and religiously beautiful Shabbat service. And I hope that you are all enjoying them from the comfort of your homes over Zoom and over StreamSpot. Well, this Shabbat, as we celebrate Shabbat Shira, Cantor Lissick is going to share some special music, some we've heard before, and some of it will be new to Temple Israel. And also, in lieu of a formal sermon, Cantor Lissick and I will be having a discussion about music from the Bima, about what our influences have been and what music means to us, and about how we choose the music that goes into the service to make the best religious experience, hopefully, for all of you. It's a topic that really interests me, and it's a topic that I hope will continue to develop as we spend more time together as a congregation. So I hope that you will join us for Shabbat Shira Friday night and Shabbat morning, and I look forward to spending Shabbat with you. Shabbat Shalom.